Hello everyone and welcome back to the Atlassian Community Roundup for the month of November. I don't know where 2023 has gone, but as always, I have a ton of content for you to take a look at this month, so without further ado, let's dive in. Okay, starting things off is the unfortunate news, and that is that we have more CVEs that have been posted. So first off, for all of you on Confluence server or data center, there has been a CVE notice. Go check out this article. It links to the Atlassian documentation on what you need to know. As always, I say, check it out, see if it's something that's going to impact you and your business, and take the steps necessary to protect yourself as soon as possible. Now, this is one, and then there is also a second one, this one affecting Bamboo Data Center and Server. So if you are affected by either or both of these, please go take a look at them and take action on them as quickly as possible. Now that we got the bad news out of the way, let's start in for some actual fun announcements. Starting with this, as of me recording this video, the time to submit a speak to Team 24 has passed. Now, in past years, they have extended this, so I'm hoping that I am out of date with my information and you still have some time to submit a talk to Team 24 if you are looking to do so. Otherwise, I'm sorry that you have missed that boat, but this is one of the first things that shows up on the hype train towards getting excited for Team 24. I know I already am. I hope you are as well. Next up, if you have been in the online community, this update should come as no surprise. It's basically mentioning that there is now a new header menu bar that is designed to help you find the information you need a little bit faster and be a little bit clearer about what you're looking for and how to get there. So I encourage you to go and check out this navigation and see if it can help you find some of the things that you've been looking for. Moving right along, the end of server support November update has come out. Basically, the short version of this very long article is if you have not moved to cloud or data center yet and you are still on server, time is running out. As of February 2024, the official end of life of the server line of applications will happen. You do need to absolutely make a choice at this point as to how you're going to move forward. Will you still be able to use your server products? Absolutely. Will you get any support for them? Absolutely not. And that means that any CVEs that, as there were two already mentioned, any of those that are posted will not be patched for the server products after this end of life. This article details a lot of things that Atlassian has done and things that they're doing to help you along a path to a migration. So please go check this out if you are still holding out until the very end. This information is going to be invaluable to you in helping you make the decision of what you're doing next. And speaking of migrations, Hannah's done a small but very concise little article about merging 3 cloud sites. This is something that they have recently done for a customer. I thought it was a cool little piece of information on things that you should be aware of when you're merging cloud sites. This is very relevant for people who are migrating, as there are some very common things when bringing data into any cloud site period. So it's worth checking out and taking a look at it. Next up, we're going into the Teamwork Lab, where there are 5 tips to run the roles and responsibilities play. If you have not been keeping up with the team shaping tour that has been going on around Canada and the US, and I believe there's also a European tour going on with Sven. Mark Ruth and Sven have been working their way around to the various local communities, sharing a number of plays to help teams be at their best. The roles and responsibilities is one of them. I would encourage you to go and check out Becky's tips here. I think these plays are going to be invaluable in helping people understand how to work better together. And additionally, there is a current prize running until the end of this year. If you submit a video on a play that you have run and just share some of the details, you could win some swag. So all the more reason to go and try out at least one of those plays and potentially win some prizes. Next up, Ops Genie. I don't talk about it a lot, but when we do, we find some fun things for it. And John has shared some of the top 10 mistakes that people make when they're using OpsGenie. And I found this just super helpful. I will admit I'm a offender of a couple of these myself, so I definitely learned something out of this, and I thought others might learn something as well. In the sharing information vein, Daniela, who is one of the marketing managers for Atlassian Intelligence, has also shared how they are using Atlassian Intelligence internally at Atlassian. So if you have not signed up for the beta, consider that, first off. Secondly, if you want to learn a little bit about it before you start diving into it, this was a great post on one of the countless number of use cases for Atlassian Intelligence and how it can help you be more productive in your work. And then finally, in our announcements and highlights section, Gal tells us all about his journey to becoming an Atlassian certified expert. If you have been looking at certifications, I know I cover a number of them on my channel here. This was a great sort of full how he started and how he ended up getting to the expert status. If you're looking towards doing something like that, I would highly encourage you read through this. You might be inspired and you might learn some things, tips, tricks, things to avoid in order to be successful yourself. That's all we have for announcements and highlights. Okay, moving right along into our product features and updates, starting with the Atlassian Analytics update. So I know this really only affects our enterprise customers, but this is an update on everything that has been done recently around Atlassian Analytics. Some of the highlights I wanted to point out were the fact that Jira Align has some new feature enhancements as it relates to Atlassian Analytics. There is now a parent issue ID column, and coming soon, you can expect more data and dashboard templates from OpsGenie, which are just some cool things that are coming into analytics. So if you are an enterprise customer, do check out this roundup of all the things that are coming in analytics. You might find some things that are helpful for you getting data out of your Atlassian ecosystem. Next up, we're moving on to Jira Product Discovery, and you can now calculate the delivery progress based on story points. So if you haven't checked out Jira Product Discovery, I highly recommend you do that today. It is a fully GA product. There is a free plan that allows you to have up to 3 contributors, I believe it is, which are your full tier licenses. And, you know, experiment with some of these new features that they're coming out with. Next up, moving into Jira Work Management. This is a bundled update of a number of things that have come out recently, adding approvals, colorful categories, and some updates to mobile. There's a whole bunch of things that have been done to Jira Work Management, which I think are really cool. And as it was previously announced, it is no longer going to become its own paid product line. It is going to remain free as long as you have Jira Software and or Jira Service Management. So do go and check that out. Next up, within Jira Service Management, the customer service capabilities have been available to enterprise and premium customers for some time now. They're now coming to standard and free plans. So if you are on Jira Service Management standard or free, you can look forward to a number of the customer service capabilities that have been available for a while for the higher tier plans are now going to be available for you to use as well. Moving on to advanced roadmaps, you are now actually able to update the status of an issue directly within the advanced roadmaps plan view. If this is something you have been looking forward to, Merry Christmas. Next up, Compass and Jira Software are going to have an improved integration. It is now in early access, so that is something you can sign up for today. So if you have been starting to use Compass, it has gone GA now, so it is a fully real product at this point. You might want to consider seeing what that new integration is going to look like. Next up, within Bitbucket Cloud, batched comments are now a thing. So when you are doing a review and you're making comments, you are now able to hold those back from going to the author of a pull request and then sending that as a batched review so that they can review all the things at once instead of having them start trying to fix things before you have finished doing your complete review. I think that this is a nice quality of life change. And while I don't use Bitbucket as often, just with the type of work I do, I am excited to see this come out. Now for my data center friends, don't think that you've been left out completely. 10 of the newest features that have come out to Bitbucket Data Center have been highlighted here. If you are on Bitbucket DC, go check this out. You might find something that you didn't realize has been made available, and see if it's something you want to take advantage of today. Moving on to Confluence, mobile now has upgraded permissions for content on both the Android and the iOS mobile app. So if you have been looking for the ability to control your content permissions a little bit more, that is something that's now available in the latest version. And then finally, with Confluence whiteboards, there are some new changes coming soon. Just as some highlights, smart sections, there are more templates, support for international characters. Go check out all the rest. There are a lot of cool things that are coming into Confluence whiteboards. I have started using them myself, and I think they're really cool. And that is the end of the product features and updates, and that is all that we have for you for the month of November. I hope you've enjoyed reading through or watching the video, or maybe just listening to the video that I have put together for you this month, as much as I have enjoyed gathering everything for you. As always, this is just a small snippet of all the great content that's out on the Atlassian community for you to take a look at. So once you have gone through this article, be sure to explore the rest of the community on your own. I unfortunately don't have enough room or time to include absolutely everything every month, but do trust me when I say that there is a lot more for you to consume if you are diving in for more. As always, don't forget the questions left out in the cold, the trending discussions, and the automation corner. All of those are just little extras I've included because you've said you want more content. And with that, that is all that I have for this month. So thank you for stopping by, and I will see you next month.